Well, the home of the future is here. Interior designer Glen Peloso is back trend spotting with some home automation elements. I gotta admit, I'm loving the home automation.
You know what is weird is everything seems to be connected and everything seems to work really, really well. And the other weird thing is that, because everybody's home all the time, the demands of what we're using in the home are that much greater. And I sometimes feel sorry for the parents that have to run everything because they have the hardest job. So let's start with the one thing that I think is really important is you need to find a way of enhancing and extending the Wi-Fi that's in your house. So TPL, the 6400, is a great way to make sure that you can get something everywhere. Because what happens is, somebody's watching television over there, somebody's streaming music, somebody else is trying to do a Zoom class, I'm trying to talk to you. All those things together can make it really difficult to have a really good net. So something like this TPL 6400 lets it get the whole house in there and create a really, really strong signal. Now, I'm going to bring you over here because I want to show you something else. Every house can have something like, some sort of home automated temperature control. And what this allows is that you can have the temperature set in the house, or it can just learn your behavior. So something like the Nest or Ecobee, which is a Canadian company, which I also really like, has a great way of sort of knowing when you come, when you go, and making sure that everything you do is coordinated with the heat. It also connects with heating floors and all the other things in your house. So it all works together, and that all connects to what's going on in the weather. So it's adjusting for what's going on outside, and you get to stop thinking about it, like, when am I supposed to change the filters and all those kinds of things. Another thing that's quite cool is just step around here. This is a new faucet. It's the only one that's voice activated by Moen. And so it seems at first to be a little bit like, well, why do I need to turn the water on with my voice? However, if you're a baker, here's one great example. I just say, Alexa, ask Moen to dispense 1 cup of water. So if I'm baking and I want to have exactly 1 cup of water, I don't really need to have the cup anymore. So it'll dispense without me saying exactly.
You are like a wizard, Glenn.
Right?
That is so cool.
Anything from 1 tablespoon to 15 gallons or 56 liters of water I can dispense from this one thing. Comes in a whole variety of looks. You wave over it to start it, you turn it off in the same way. But you can program things like, Moen, wash my hands. And what happens is it will run the water enough for the kids to get their hands wet, and it will make them continue to scrub their hands until it gets to the point where it's time to rinse. And then it will allow them to rinse the appropriate amount of time and dry. So no longer do the kids have to think about it, which I think is fantastic.
And you don't have to touch the tap either, right? Which is so good for hand hygiene.
Yeah, nobody touches it. Nobody ever has to touch it. So if your hands are dirty, it works really well. But those features, the voice activation features, is so great just to be able to have that really kind of precise thing. Great also for, parents. If you get up in the middle of the night, you have to make a baby bottle, you can say, I would like to have, 3/4 of a cup of water at 98 degrees. And it will get the temperature to the right thing and then dispense exactly that amount of water, which you can do for your coffee pots and all the dog bowl. For the cats, you could say, keep the cat, fill me up just the cat bowl. And so it'll give you that amount of water at that specific temperature, which I think is great. It comes with obviously all kinds of different finishes and fixtures, and like Moen.ca will show you where everything that is possible in terms of this, but the automation of it is just so spectacular.
Very cool.
Also love Roomba, because now that you're home all the time, you're trying to do everything. Plus, you want to be able to get the house to clean itself. Oh, thank God.
I love my Roomba.
It's the best thing ever, isn't it?
I just wish they'd invent one that went downstairs.
They're working on that. They're working with Slinky at the same time as Roomba to try to get
that is my idea.
But like this one, for instance, which is the S900, you can take it to another floor and it will learn whatever floor you're on. You run it through the app and you can say, on the 2nd floor, do this, and it will do the same thing. They go back obviously to the hub. They self-clean, so you don't even think about it for months and months and months. It's so fantastic. Your cats must love the Roomba too, do they?
Actually, Judy knows how to turn ours on, which is kind of scary. They like watching it. Yeah.
And running around the house.
Yes.
Also check out things like Flow. This allows you to gauge the water flow in your house. So if you're away and there's water running somewhere, you've gone on vacation, God forbid if we get to go on vacation ever again, but you're away from the house and somebody's left a tap on, or there's just some leak, it will tell you that something's running that doesn't normally run. And you can, from your phone, turn the water off on the house. So if you've gone to get groceries and there's something happening, you can control that at the same time. TPL also has things like, smart dimmers, smart plugs. So it allows you to sort of adjust the amount of light that's in your house, do the dimming, to be able to turn a light out outside or inside. I use the small one to run all the backyard lighting. I just have it run from my phone, which is great. You can also...
Okay, we got 20 seconds left. Go ahead.
Okay, the Alfred door lock is Bluetooth, so no more do you have to get to the house and go, where are my keys? You just walk up, the door
Oh,
unlocks because you're there, or you
from
can put in a
Glen's
code,
Home
open
of
the
the
door, and then
Future.
you come in. Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
That was awesome. Awesome segment.
It's really cool stuff, isn't it?